Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Everything Bears, where we talk about everything Bears. White Rhinos stampeding through offensive lines, Rome's going off the chain, new safety signed, and more. Let's get ready to get into it on this Sunday morning.
Mic check. Chicago check. Monsters of the Midway check. Every Sunday got the city on fire. Every episode taking Bears fans higher. Talking quarterbacks, linebackers, draft day dreams. Breaking down the game like a championship team. No hot takes, just football facts. Blue and orange faithful got our backs. From Halas to today, we carry the torch. Welcome to the show. Pull up a chair on the porch. Everything Bears show. Bears, let's go. Everything Bears show. Everybody knows. Everything Bears show. From the lake to the road. Everything Bears show. Chicago, let's go. The Bears never sleep. And neither do we. Everything Bears show.
Everything Bears show is off the chain. He's out of control right now.
Good morning, Bears fans, and welcome back to the Everything Bears show, your home for Everything Bears. And iron sharpens iron. That's what they say. If this is what championship level practice looks like, then sign me up.
The physicality, man, I tell you. All kinds of good stuff coming out of camp. Great clips. And listen, man, football is back. Did you watch that Hall of Fame game?
I did. Well, the first half.
Yeah. Man, how good did it feel to see people throwing the old pigskin around the yard, man?
Oh, it was great. Pads clacking.
Mm-hmm.
Guys getting all hyped up, making plays. It was definitely good to see. We're back, man. I'm so excited.
Chris Collinsworth making a fool of himself day one out the gate. It's good to know that some things will never change.
I know.
And sign me up. I'm all for it.
You don't run backwards like that unless you're Caleb Williams.
He's like the white Lamar Jackson. Nailed it, Chris. Nailed it.
Wow. Did he really say that?
He did, yeah.
Oh, heavens. I did not know that. What an asshole. There we go. Boys are in. Toffer, wake and bake from Northern Cal. Praying for a positive update regarding Luther. My eyes are glued to YouTube because the Bears practice today. And as we've seen, there's usually press conferences before practice. So there's got to be a coach, somebody who's got to do a press conference this morning and let us know his status because we're kind of sick of waiting to find out, which, we'll start there. But let me get through these comments. Wedge?
Yeah. What's up? Noah's checking in. Learned. Thank you, sir.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
Stop coming back, assweed. Jordan Van Den Berg, he is on the slate to talk about this morning, sir.
Is he? Ooh.
Definitely. Hey, listen, man. In case you guys have missed it, Vinny has come out with his Bears prediction video. So even though he's not here in the chat, when he comes back, make sure to welcome him. He has the Bears going 4-13 this year. So if you missed it, go check it out. So then we can really give him
or maybe in the second hour when he comes back, we'll just go ahead and play it on our show.
Maybe.
And you guys could just have at him.
Yeah, we'll just sit back and enjoy the show. So uninformed or wishful thinking, I don't know. So,
well, with a heavy bias, a real heavy bias.
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
Gav, I like that guy. Hey, Gav, what do you think about Woods signing with the Bears? I don't know how much you followed your newly beloved Titans last year, but he had played with them. Love to see if you have any additional insight, if you think that was a good pickup for the Bears or not. But before we get too far off topic here, Luther Burden, man, what's
Yeah, in the
what's your
middle of
gut on it?
I don't, I've seen the replay of the clip a number of times. It doesn't look like anything major, got disjointed or bent wrong. It looked like definitely a very physical contact, and then they both came crashing down, both Luther Burden and Tyreek Stevenson, which I get it, Tyreek. You're playing for money, but you got to take it easy, bro.
Mhm.
Luther Burden in the middle of practice, under his own power, walks off with our trainer into the facility, and we heard nothing about it since. He didn't come back out, none of that. So at this point, we're all just kind of crossing our fingers and being hopeful that it's nothing major.
Learn the bias is getting better, but there's room for more, gents. Good, better, best.
Yes.
We're ramping up. We're trying to get into season form. So bear with us here, Learn. It's the tide is quickly shifting here. I got none, but the new Titans are insane everywhere. Offense might need a little bit more polish, but the defense will be top 5.
Wow. I like it. Okay.
Appreciate the optimism. But yeah, we'll see, man. Yeah, Luther Burden, man. So, we were talking about it off air before the show. There's two sides of the coin, right? We haven't heard anything, so it's probably nothing major. That's the camp that most of us are in, right?
We're really hopeful.
Yes, really hopeful here, right? The other side of the coin is it's bad and they're trying to figure out how bad.
Correct. That's the other side. Gosh, I hate worrying. I hate thinking about it pondering because, Luther Burden has been an absolute beast all camp, like looking straight legit. Like this kid's going to ball this season. He's been owning our secondary, catching everything, making these big plays, and then boom, boom.
Yeah. It kind of speaks to the physicality of these practices. Listen, I'm all for it. It's going to start getting the body ready for game time. And you'll be able to tell within the first couple weeks, these teams that have not been physical in their practices, they will get bullied by teams that have been. And I think the Bears are going to be on that bully side. I mean, you see the clips, you see the physicality, you hear the pads popping. Listen, man, I'm thinking for most of these guys, if it was game week, they would be going. So, but it's practice. It's practice, man.
We're talking about practice.
We are, yeah, practice.
So I agree with that. The whole. We saw it last year. I mean, we didn't see a bunch of guys dropping like flies, but you heard about the intensity and the physicality at practices. And this is probably just all this is. They're playing rough. They're getting very physical out there, and their bodies are getting used to it. They've had a few months off, and now they're just getting back into it. And providing that it's nothing serious, this bodes well for the rest of the season because that means the Bears are going to be playing a very physical brand of football, which we did last year. So this is what's required of the men to get done now. Go ahead and get your little bumps and get all callous now because as we go into the season, like Wedge said, you're gonna see it on the field every week when we're absolutely playing bully ball and taking these other teams' lunches. Big Mike
checking in. Luther Burden doesn't get hurt. He brings the hurt.
The hurt. I love it. Good morning, Big Mike.
Jay Grizz checking in. Good morning, sir. Bear down. Some of these dudes will rise under the lights and some will fade away. Unfortunately, just like the Titans. I'm sorry, Gav. I ain't buying your brand for the Titans this year. I just ain't. So, till Cam Ward can prove that he's something.
This is the year.
Yeah.
This is the year.
Jay Grizz, yes, sir. I'm drinking as much as the Bears Jarritos Hype Soda as I can get. I'm rocking the Mandarin today in my Frost Buddy to keep it cool. Gav, I realize no one gives a shit about your team, but neither do we. So please suck off.
Oh my god. Oh my word.
Welcome, Grizzler. Dabbing them up. Preseason week 3. You'll see.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait. And I know, Gav, you'll be here for those shows, win, lose, or draw. You're a man's man. You're a stand-up guy. You'll be here. Come get your comeuppance.
Yeah. It's preseason, man. Are we really going to be like talking smack on preseason games?
A little bit.
Let's do it.
A little bit.
Why not? Bring it, right?
Nothing major, because it doesn't count in the wins-loss columns, but it's an exhibition nonetheless.
I'll be honest with you. I would like the Bears' chances if we go Tyson Bagent versus Cam Ward. Ooh. I still like the Bears in that game.
I do too. I maybe a little biased, but I see where you're going, Wedge.
Yeah, we'll see. So.
Yeah.
Big Mike saying Jade would be wide receiver 1 on the Titans.
I mean, he's probably wide receiver. Well, it depends
4.
on what position. Yeah. 4 on our team. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if God forbid I'm going to knock on my desk, anything doesn't happen to Luther Burden serious, we're going to be seeing a lot of Jade, which I mean, he isn't Luther Burden, but Jade's been making plays too now. He's had some highlights as well, especially what he did yesterday. I saw that catch. He was like double teamed, did like a 360 in the air. Great body control, comes down with the catch. Spins the ball, does his airwalk dance around the ball. Amazing.
Yeah. Love it. Need more of it. So, Jade Walker just released a statement saying Luther Burden is a dog and he'll be back.
Yeah, good point, Noah. That is like the closest to any type of news that we've gotten on Luther Burden happened to come from Jade Walker.
People dabbing him up. Learn that. Keeping it a buck right here. Dipstick Titans fans thinks week 3 of the preseason is something. Just go find a fucking Titans friend, man.
Learn. It's early, bro. Learn's always hot and ready to go.
Learn's in mid-season form right now, man. It.
That's why he's the bouncer.
I'm feeding off his energy this morning, man. I'm feeling it. Carnell Tate sucks. Wandell Robinson? Dyke?
It says they're loaded.
They're loaded.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Lone Star Jag. Woo. Changing the handle. Coach Chad checking in.
Dang.
No worries about Burden. Coach Johnson will go 13 or 23 personnel. Ciao a tutti.
What's up,
Holistic checking in. Yes. Here they come.
All right.
Let's see what As J Grizz is crying about today.
Oh, no. And he came in with Jimmy, too. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Jimmy. That's secondary. Free eats. I can't wait.
Ooh.
Thank you, NFL, for not inviting Van Den Berg to the Combine. No way he is there in round 6. If everybody saw him, that is going to be a steal.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Who's on Watson? Who's on Reed? Who's watching Golden? Ooh.
Who's getting them the ball?
Who's blocking for the quarterback?
Those are all factors.
My prediction for the Titans this year is that they'll go 3-11.
Ooh,
yes.
Yikes. Ooh, okay. All right. So, don't know nothing on Luther. We're waiting. I keep refreshing YouTube to see if the Bears go live. If they go live, we'll play the press conference here.
Yeah. So, when is the safety Bryant coming back?
question mark on that one, right? We initially hear from rumors 8 to 10 weeks. But then when Ben was asked about it, he's like, where the hell? I don't know where you guys got that.
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys got 8 to 10 weeks. I didn't say that. That's not what and it's like, okay, is it like 2 weeks then? Or is it out for the season? Can you please clarify for us, please?
Yeah, just keeping us at the edge of our seats, man.
Yeah, it's
Listen,
unnecessary.
Don't let us, speculate, because we're gonna, hear things to where it's like career ending versus, he's out for 2 more days, right? He's just gonna tape it up and get back out there. So,
or he's been recruited for secret missions to South America.
Right.
We'll fill in the blanks.
There's some shows that go just, tangents on stuff like that. So, but I'm sure they're pretty well informed. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Only the top 5 QB in any metric, EZRA. That is not backed by facts, by the way.
No, I know. All right, Jimmy.
Jimmy and Burr, sucker ass hair lickers. Jade with that slick back airwalk. I want to see more of after these upcoming touchdowns this year. It'll happen.
Oh, it's going to happen.
What's up, Thomas? Checking in, brother. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks for checking us out, Thomas. And yes, Jade is he's gonna get some work this season for sure. He obviously, you see him being more involved in the offense this go around, and it was obviously because of his hard work and the role that he played late last season. Clutch catches, clutch touchdowns. We will see more of that airwalk dance for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite ones was that big catch against, what team was that?
Oh, the rival to the north, I think it was. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's who I thought it was. I just couldn't remember, but thank you.
Yeah.
Don Burr used to have Ben Johnson. Good luck with that ankle biter. A small weight, but Lions back to being a running back and nothing else again. Yeah, they broke off Jahmyr Gibbs. Had to make him the highest paid by what, $750,000?
Yeah, that's like, I called it. Like I was like, they were both. Somebody in the chat had said like they were on some standoff of who was going to sign first, and then I was like, yeah, because 15 minutes later, the other guy's going to get signed for like $1 million more. Yeah. Like, sure enough.
Mm-hmm.
But good for the Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs coming into a deal. Good for Bijan. They earned it. Those guys are animals. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah. And running backs got paid this week. Jonathan Taylor got broken off too.
So isn't that weird? Again, everything has gotten ebb and a flow, because there was a while there, the running back market, running backs weren't getting shit.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden running backs they're getting paid. So
as Saquon Barkley kind of broke that gate open for running backs. And listen, man, maybe we're a little bit old school, but running backs used to be the focal point. I get it. It's not so much now, but
right.
Go ahead.
Oh, but the right running backs will, because if you're just as dangerous out of the backfield catching the ball as you are running between the tackles, you're going to get paid.
Well, the other thing is too, man, you look at these teams that do have a top running game. Those teams usually are the teams that are in the playoffs, aren't they? You got to be able to run the ball, man. You're not going to, be able to throw it all year long, especially late, especially in outdoor cities like Chicago and, other teams in the Midwest where you deal with cold weather, man. Yeah. You need the run game.
Correct. Yeah. Any open air stadium in the North. Yeah. You better have a good run game.
Doesn't it baffle you that Saquon Barkley had to leave the Giants because they wouldn't pay him like $12.5 million? And you're like, what? Okay.
Woo.
Listen, hopefully good for those guys. Hopefully they bring that position back to prominence. It was like a conspiracy, man. So
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, where was Jordan Love rated? I know he was rated in the top 100. Wasn't 51, I can tell you that. Caleb was rated as top 5 quarterback. He was actually rated top 10 quarterback, Noah. We keep it 100 here, so.
Just got to be as accurate as possible.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy don't want to hear no injury excuses.
Us either. Okay, we're all in the same boat there.
Jimmy likes Carolina in week 1.
Yeah, all you Packers fans do.
Yeah, I'm sure.
When your counterpart Vinny comes back, he'll also have to answer for that.
Mm-hmm. Dan Campbell making a living off of riding Ben Johnson's coattails. Lions' dreams will get worse every day Ben is gone. To which Don retorts, the Ben Johnson and kneecap talk are so played out. It's old now. Ben Johnson's ass. He went 0-2 versus Detroit. Get a win, then talk.
Yeah.
Y'all said injuries don't matter, so I don't want to hear anything, man.
So that's been our argument, at least with Vinny, because Vinny likes to bring up injuries. Detroit fans will sometimes bring up injuries of why their year didn't go the way they thought last year, but will never mention the fact that our defense was decimated with injuries as well. Again, the secondary and our linebackers were practice squad players. So right, no excuses. We made the playoffs. We beat Green Bay in the wild card round. We're this close to beating the Rams, which doesn't count, but we made it there. On practice squad players, man. So right, yeah, no excuses. I'm right there with you.
Yep, you missed one of the top nickels in the league for 14 games. You missed one of the top 10 corner in the league in Jalen Johnson for over half the season.
Yeah.
Your linebacking core was out. So, yeah, we had plenty of starters miss games as well. So,
yeah.
But did we ever really?
We didn't have to. I think that's the thing. We didn't have to make excuses because we kept winning. Had we lost a whole bunch and say we finished the season 8-9 and didn't make the playoffs, we could have possibly said, well,
injuries.
Our defense was decimated by injuries. That's what, but we didn't. They stepped up. Good coaching.
Won a playoff game.
Yeah.
Against their biggest rival at that point as well. So, learn, suck it, Burr. Your coach is a sucker. Your city sucks. And you're on a Bear show because no one gives a shit about the Lions after your piss show last year. No Johnson ass Lions. I'd like to talk shit to Hoffa too, but have no idea what his words are supposed to mean. Also have Caleb higher than Lamar. Yeah, Lamar took just a really odd dip. So
his situation's not good in Baltimore. It's not. I mean, don't be shocked if he moves out of Baltimore.
You think? I think if that regime was still there, he would have gone. He might give this new regime, a little bit more rope. I'll be curious to see how that plays out, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Caleb rated higher than a 2-time MVP at 58% completion. Take that for what it's worth.
Well, we've made that argument before. Definitely take that for what it's worth. It's at 58. Our quarterback's better than a lot of other starting NFL quarterbacks at 58% completion. So, okay, wait till he's like in the 60s, mid 60s. Yeah, then you guys will make up something, I'm sure.
Dan Campbell's 4-0 versus Caleb, 2-0 versus Ben Johnson. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't.
Numbers never lie, Chico.
Caleb versus Young, Carolina QB looking for big money contract. Young looking good this training camp. Vinny's alter ego is checking in. Hey, guys.
This is why he said he'd be back in an hour.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be Steve for the first hour.
Yeah. At least we were in the playoffs. You guys were at home. Any dipshit that thinks injuries don't matter is an idiot. How does not playing starters not matter? Just idiots. Berg, you missed the playoffs, you weak ass shit talker. Luther Burden will be fine and will be ready for week 1, so no worry for you guys. We're in the same boat.
I like the optimism, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Just like Josh Jacobs should be good to go for you guys. Seriously, guys, why give this troll any airtime? Lions fans always bring up injuries. This dude spews the same nonsense every damn Bears podcast. He types nothing substantial. He's not. Y'all just overhype everything. Dude didn't even crack 4,000 yards at 58% completion. What is analytics for?
He missed it by like 48 yards.
At 58%. What happens if he gets to 63? Then what's your argument? Oh, he didn't even throw for 5,000 yards and he was 63% completion. That argument makes no sense to me. What do I know?
What do you know, Wedge? What do we know?
Just projecting here. Now injuries matter. Detroit defense was injured the most the last 2 years in the NFL.
I know, Don. You've told us before.
Yeah,
I actually have that embedded in my mind now. I'll say that to strangers out on the street. Hey, did you know that for the last 2 years, the Detroit Lions have been the most injured team? Where'd you hear that? This guy Don Burr. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. The 1 year that stands out was 2 years ago when weren't they like at 15-2 and they got smoked in the playoffs by the Commanders.
Yeah.
So,
but shush, then he'll bring up Ben Johnson. Shush.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, you dumb shit. Tell me how many total NFL QBs have hit 4K. You don't know because you don't have an opinion. You just shit whatever comes in your ears right out your mouth.
Learn, baby. I've missed you. We've missed you, Learn. We fucking have missed you.
The goofy DB says Ben Johnson was the reason Detroit Lions got whooped by the Commanders a couple seasons ago. Yet, have you heard any Lions players or coaches say anything of the sort? Jay Grizz, yes, we knew what DB stood for, by the way. Just block that dork. Dork. I like it.
Nice. I haven't heard dork in a good while, since about 1989. I love
it. It's more enjoyable. He won't get any of the attention he craves. Block the nerd and he won't get attention. True checking in. Bear down. Cold as Iceman in here, son. Beat it. 2 special teams plays away from being 0-6 in the division.
Special teams is third phase, man. Counts. Just because it happened. See, you're one of those guys who overlook special teams.
Mm-hmm.
That's loser talk. You have to put as much emphasis and pride into your special teams as you do your offense and your defense. Because, what'd you say? 2 plays away from being 0-6 in the division. Shit matters, man. It matters.
Explosives over efficiency. The Ben Johnson way, the name of a future street in Chicago, by the way. But Caleb gets credit for the comeback.
Well, because it's a team sport, and he played a role in that stuff, except the no, because we had to come back against the Raiders to go ahead. So he did play a role in the Raiders one, because he had to drive and get into field goal range for us to go ahead. And then our defense allowed the Raiders to keep marching the ball down and then came up big on a blocked field goal. So he did. He played a part of it. But then we do this whole thing with the quarterback shit. That's the position of quarterback. That's what happens. When your team loses, you get the blame. If your team wins, you get the flowers. Whether you played a role in it or you didn't. You could have threw for 100%. But your team lost. You could have done more. You could have did more as quarterback. You should have done more. That's just the way it works out. All right, you guys are going ham in the chat. Love it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Look, the next thing I want to talk about, safety. Okay, here's another thing that's been going on. As we know, Kobe Bryant goes down. It's a mystery how much time he's going to, but we'll use the 8 to 10 week benchmark from what we've heard. Ben says he doesn't know where we got that from, but it's all we have to work with because you're not telling us anything. So Ian Rappaport tells us 8 to 10 weeks. That's what we're going, Ben. We're going with him. Anyways, they're like, no worries. That's why we signed Cam Lewis, because Cam Lewis has started a lot of games at safety. He's got a lot of maneuverability. He's like a Swiss Army knife. You could move him around. Cool, great. Bam! he's hurt. And now we had to pick up safeties from off the street. Wedge?
Yeah, Xavier Woods, 10-year veteran. So played with the Titans last year. That's why I was kind of hitting Gav up, curious to see if he went back or watched anything. But it's been in the league. It's been a starter for most of that time. So it's a way to kind of get people put back into positions. I'm in the camp right now where you got to think that Kobe Bryant's going to be out that 8 to 10 weeks, probably targeting somewhere around week 4 or 5 to be back. Probably worst case scenario at this point, I would think, because if it was anything more like IR type of thing, they would have already made that move because they would need to open up the roster spot to bring these guys in, so on and so forth. So we know it's not that serious. It's not going to be season ending. Based off of the lack of a roster move, I think we can assume he's going to be back sooner than later. So that 10 weeks, I'm kind of thinking is worst case scenario at this point, because if it was anything more than that, that pushes you out to week 5, 6, 7. Then you would start them on the pup to open up that roster spot. They still haven't done that. They have time to do that still.
Right.
But they haven't done it yet. So I got to think that he's going to be back maybe a little bit sooner than what we think. Maybe this is just me, glass half full guy, being optimistic with it. But, yeah, they bring in Woods. That allows them to drop Cam Lewis back into the nickel. They have a little bit of depth in case one of the other safeties goes down. I like this move for the Bears. The guy started 121 games out of like 134 that he's been in the NFL.
Yeah, that's encouraging.
So, it's a good veteran presence. While Kobe's on the sideline, it's another guy that Thieneman can learn from. So, yeah, veteran presence, man. I like it. He was definitely an upgrade compared to C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Yeah, I'm all for it, man. Let's go. Drop Cam into that nickel. We've heard that Malik Muhammad is starting to get nickel reps as well. He was running with the ones the other day. Granted, that might be because a couple of guys were down, but any of these reps these guys could get, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is. You stole it right out of my mouth. Any reps he gets, nickel, outside, whatever, are valuable reps. Absolutely. So I like it. Glass half full. Wedge, you talked me off the ledge because I am glass half empty kind of guy when it comes to these injuries and guys going down, because it's just like, oh man, like now this guy, now that guy. I just have to be a little more optimistic and remember last season. We went through this last season, okay? No Kyler Gordon again. It's like we're in Groundhog Day. No Kyler Gordon again. Yeah, we didn't have him last year either. At least we got Jalen. Knock on wood. We got Jalen because we didn't have Jalen either. So we had like these other guys. Terrell Smith, he got injured early on, so we didn't see him all season either. So we were having to grab practice squad players again. That's where Nashawn Wright came from. And again, just under Al Harris. I got to just keep beating this drum. We have Al Harris. I don't care if we have practice squad guys back there or new free agents or whatever. I don't know what Al Harris is teaching these guys, but it's obviously comes with results. That's from back in Dallas to the year he had last year with the secondary last year. I don't expect that to change just because the names are different.
Yeah.
Whatever Al Harris is doing, he's a damn good coach. Period. What do we got?
Steve's a scripter. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Ooh.
I'm trying to find out what Goodell's plan is. Okay. I dare y'all to line that rookie up against any of my pass catchers. Jimmy, I didn't know you were on the team, bro.
Well, not just that. We don't have a choice. They're gonna line up across from your pass catchers, and we're just gonna see how the chips fall.
Mm-hmm. Green Bay only wants to blame their kicker for their loss of the historic collapse in the playoffs.
Oh, McAnus.
Yeah, I love that kicker. It's one of
He's
my favorite
gone.
all-time
Now you
kickers.
guys got Smack now.
Yeah. True. We can't catch a break, man. Hey, listen, True. I'd rather get these small injuries and stuff out of the way now. Let these guys be ready for the season. It's going to be all good, man. We're going to be good. Jay Grizz, I dare y'all line that secondary up against any receiving core in the North. Well, we're going to, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
FGB for life. Big baller Jade Walker already released a statement. I gotta follow Jade on here, man. So it seems like he's gonna be our social media insider for us.
Yeah, but hold on, time, because if we learned one thing about players, because they did this with Kobe, they're not doctors. Okay, they're teammates. They're not physicians. They're not athletic trainers. They're going to talk up their guys because they want, they're trying to gas them up, make them feel positive because they're probably down in the dumps because they're going to be out for a month. So, oh, he's a dog. He's going to be all right. They have to say that. Don't go off of exactly what they say because it's not medical proof just yet. Noah, be careful.
Big Mike. Who the fuck is Kyler Gordon?
Never heard of her.
Yeah. Supposedly she's going to make a reappearance in training camp next week, so we'll see.
Oh, that's right. He was doing autographs, and one of the little Rugrats was like, "So Kyler, are you ever coming back ever?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll be back next week." And you're like, "Wait, what did he just say? He just told that person he'll be back next week?" Okay, we'll find out. We will see. I'm glad that Steve brought up wide receiver rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Read Thomas's.
Yeah, Thomas's, man. Let's answer this question for him. I'm new. Do these Lions and Packer fans just sit here wasting their lives talking shit on a Bears podcast? Go watch some motivational videos on your own team. To answer your question, Thomas, yes.
Yes.
They do.
All right. Big news. You don't think sports scripted? There is Steve, there's a bit of legitimacy to your argument. There is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm being sincere because there's been a lot of goofy things we've seen over the years of watching sports, right? Where you're just like, there's no fucking way. There's no way. Or you get these phantom flags and penalties to get automatic first downs. And there's a lot to be suspicious about.
Mm-hmm.
But then at what point then do you just stop being a sports fan then, Steve? Is that what you want? Because you're going to go down that slippery slope and then just have to walk away from sports entirely. Are you ready to do that, Steve? I'm not.
Me neither. I mean, was it a big shock when we found out WWE was scripted? Or WWF back then.
I walked away when I found out. I was probably like the tender age of 11. And my older brother told me, like, that shit's not real, right? And I was like, what? He's like, oh no, those guys are all friends. They're all snorting coke together and hanging out with prostitutes. They're best buds. And I was like, I can't watch this anymore. My whole life's been a lie. Well, I don't want to do that with football, Steve. I'm sorry.
Big Baller's letting us know that A-Rod's wife wanted him to play another year.
Yeah.
Have we seen her yet? This alleged wife?
No.
Okay. I didn't think we have. I was just making sure that I didn't miss it. Is this another like Manti Te'o situation?
I'm also assuming when he says wife, he actually means his parents. That he's since rekindled the relationship with his parents.
The family, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you gotta watch Aaron. He speaks in riddles. He's encrypted when he speaks. It's all the ayahuasca. Don't do that to you.
Yeah.
You start talking in gypsy curses. Anyways, wide receiver rooms, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Also, big news coming out of training camp the whole time, especially since they put pads on. Caleb and Rome are starting to look like a real problem.
Yeah. Learn to say, damn it, Steve, it's finally scripted for the Bears. Yeah. And I'm not going to think about that shit until 18's gone.
No.
Yeah, Caleb and Rome, though, man. Whew.
These guys are connecting. Like, again, I know we've been beating this drum all offseason on this show. Rome coming back from the foot, don't worry about it. He's going to come back. He's just fine. What about his contested catches? Don't worry about it. that he's worked on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been, you can see the clips, you see the highlights, full pads, full contact. He's making contested catches. He is looking like the Rome that we saw in the first 5 weeks of last season. Let's just keep it up. I mean, again, like, he's going to be one of Caleb's favorite targets this season, and it's shown in training camp. So this is huge news. Uh-oh. We got more.
We got a couple we got to get to here. Yes. Jay Chris, plots have been scripted in wrestling and football, but damn, do their bodies take a beating to get paid. Max Crosby suspended. Fight with Kirko Chains.
Uh-huh.
Max to the Bears for sweat. Straight up. I would do it.
Straight up, Jay. Let's do this. Make it happen, Poles.
Real Joseph Stone. Real gentlemen. Maybe it's best Donna Bum is morbidly in Bears chats. Better online than in the real world. Absolute psychopathic behavior and tendencies.
Oh, my goodness. We got the diagnosis from Joseph Stone.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Way to keep it real. It's time for Rome to shit or get off the pot, which is what we're talking about, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think he's answering the call. I mean, again, barring any injuries, if he can maintain this sort of production level and Caleb keeps feeding him the ball, again, it's going to be 1,000 yards for Rome. 1,000 yards, double-digit touchdowns. That's what I'm talking about. Book it.
Big Mike, what's Vinny talking about under his alter ego, Steve?
Uh-huh. Well, I think I know because I've been refreshing the Chicago Bears page to see if they're going to do a press conference this morning. I know why Vinny said he'd be back in an hour because that podcast that he posted in our Discord, he's over there because they're live right now.
Oh, with Eagles Bitch?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
The Redneck Podcast?
Something's going on over there. So Vinny posted a link in our, oh God, we're going to sidetrack here. Vinny posted a link in our Discord. You should check these guys out. They're a smaller channel, which is great. We're all for small channels. We are a small channel. So you want to show some love. You want to hear what they're talking about. And as a content creator, you look at certain things. Audio quality, visual quality, the banter. What are we talking about here? You look for all these kinds of things, right? To know whether you're going to jive with them or not. So here at the Everything Bear Show, we do the research so that you guys don't have to. Are you ready for this? So when we tune in, these are the guys that are hosting the show. I'm doing this damn thing. I hate to do it.
All right, do it. Just
okay.
You're full commit at this point, so let's go.
So there you go. You tune in, and this is what you see, and you're like, "All right, Packers fan on the left, and then the guy on the right, he's an Eagles fan, but he's not wearing a shirt." And apparently, when he went on the show, they caught him in the middle of making dinner. So I'm like, "What are we doing here?" I mean, again, I'm all for small channels, and if there's any constructive criticism I could do, just reach out to us. I will help you. I swear I will. I want you to succeed, but you can't do those types of things. I digress. I don't.
Yeah.
Pardon.
Next, let's continue on. Tangent. We're back online here, so.
Okay.
Bears might not be in the Bengals of old when they made it to the Super Bowl a few years ago. And Jay Grizz is bugging here for it. Let's go. All offense, no defense. We'll see. Yeah. Or very little defense, I mean. Yeah. I got you, Jay Grizz. We knew what you were saying here, so.
Yeah.
I'm just so proud of how you all are treating these bum-ass show crashers. I'm tearing up. Bear down, gentlemen. Bear down. Love it, Laird. Love it. Gibbs just ruined your future plans for success financially. No top-paid running back has ever led his team to a Lombardi trophy.
But bam.
I mean, if he was on the Bears, I'd want them to crack him off that money, though, too. Not going to lie. So, that dude's electric. Your QB's old. Your coach sucks. You can't find an offensive coordinator. And now your O-line is not elite. All we're hearing from you is the last few squeals of a dying line.
Wow. Steve says, that's Robin the Rock. They what, the screenshot I shared? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Bears have been the loudest team all offseason. Damn Skippy.
That's what it should be.
Yeah. We made the playoffs and beat the Packers twice. In embarrassing fashion, mind you, where, you know what? We spotted you 21 points. How about that? We spotted you, and then we just came back and beat you.
Barely most checking in, man.
And then to your point, y'all better not crap the bed. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But isn't that everybody's goal every season? It's to not crap the bed. Barlissimo, good afternoon, sir. What kind of kinky man-on-man show am I looking at? I'm not here to kink shame, but that's funky as fuck. You came in and you had no context, Barlissimo. Your timing was just really bad. You walked into a room and you were like, okay.
Slowly pull the door shut. What
the fuck did I just walk in on? I'm leaving. Don Burr, he said Gibbs ruined our success. A bargain deal which doesn't kick in first year till 28. Get ready to see a Laporta signing soon as well. Brad the Wizard Holmes, you better hope he is a wizard. Gibbs is a bad blocker. Teams were blitzing on third down and running Gibbs over. He's a liability on third down. Overpaid. What's his because I guess I never really paid attention to his pass pro. Gibbs is. Is he small? Is he a small dude?
No, Gibbs is put together pretty good, man.
Yeah. He could wall off a full speed running linebacker. He could take that. He could take that shot.
I mean, maybe not as good as like what Montgomery could have, but I would think that he'd be better than Pacheco. Pacheco is kind of a tiny guy.
Let's see. True says to Jimmy, no, we haven't. Haters been talking shit about us. Yeah, they talk shit about us when we suck. They talk shit about us when we're good. You just get thick-skinned. You get real desensitized to it. Damien, good morning, young man. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Question. Why the fuck are Bears fans going to... Oh, you mean when the fuck are Bears fans going to fucking stop being delusional and start being realistic? Like, why are we talking shit to Lions fans when we haven't beat them since Nagy was head coach? Damien, I love you, bro. I love you, man. I love you.
Damon's still feeling the trauma from the last several years before last year, before pre-Ben Johnson trauma.
Yeah, that's what it is, Damien. You let go of the past.
Embrace the future.
Let it go. You have to, Damien, you have to be able to read the tea leaves. You have to be able to see the momentum shifting. This is not Matt Nagy, for fuck's sake. I don't know how many times I need to state this case on here. I'll do it till I'm blue in the face. Ben Johnson is not Matt Nagy for the 50 millionth time. Caleb Williams is not Mitch Trubisky or Justin Fields. Can you not see the difference between the coaching styles of the two guys I just said and then the quarterback play of the other quarterbacks I just said? I'm triggered now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying the point with a lot of passion. I'm a passionate Bears fan. And yeah, you can't see the difference. You can't go, this is the same shit we saw with Nagy. Yeah, they got lucky once or twice with Justin Fields and Matt Nagy. I saw this before. No, you haven't. This is Ben Johnson with a totally different operation.
Yeah.
Totally different mode mentally and coaching-wise and the genius that he is a play caller. And then Caleb Williams is light years ahead of arm talent than Justin Fields or Mitch. It's not even comparable.
Arm talent, processing talent, everything. Escapability, mobility. Yeah.
Let me add.
Leadership.
The offensive line is light years better than those offensive lines. The weaponry, the tight end room, the wide receivers, it's all fucking different. Why are we still talking like old shit? Oh, the Lions still. We'll never beat the Lions. Let's just
concede. No.
Let's just concede to Don Burr and Chim. Where's Chim at? Mm-hmm. Because of the past, because those teams are not this team.
I know what it is for Damien, man. He's setting the bar really low for himself because when they do win 11 to 12 games again and win the North again and show up in the playoffs again, he can be pleasantly surprised. I got you, Damien. I know what you're up to now. I figured you out.
And that is a mode, right? That's a lot of people have that mentality. It's good to have. It's healthy. Where don't set the expectations too high. Mm-hmm. Because the crash from not hitting those expectations is far more damaging than if you just set the bar real low. And then, like you said, you exceed those expectations, and then now you're just on cloud nine.
Euphoria, yes.
Farting in the bathtub, laughing your ass off. Well, that's not what we do around these parts here.
No.
The Bears are the true kings of the jungle now. We're the captain now. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Joseph, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Larry Borum's now on the Lions. To just give you some perspective of where the two organizations are at currently. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Barlissimo. And where the fuck is these 4,000 passing yards that Caleb supposedly has? Because last time I checked, it was 39-42. Yeah, I don't...
Hold on. Did you ever say that Caleb Williams passed for 4,000 yards in the past?
No, not about 20 minutes ago. I actually said that he missed it by about 60 yards.
I know I haven't said that he's passed for 4,000 yards. I know that Learn hasn't. I know that anybody in our chat hasn't said that. Now, have we said, is he going to pass for 4,000 this year? Yes, that we have said. And will he pass for 4,000 yards this year? Yes.
Yeah.
I would be willing to put gummy bears on that. That's how confident I am in that.
All right. Samesies. We gave them a 2-game head start, and they still couldn't make the playoffs, Damien. You have no staff. Your team's falling apart. You are the echo of it. Learn's got you pegged as a Lions fan, Damien. That's what you sound like. You sound like an outsider fan when I know you're a Bears fan. You're just one of those hypercritical Bears fans, which is fine. There's always space for you here on the Everything Bears show. We want some arguments. We don't need an echo chamber, a bunch of yes men around here. Mm-hmm. Damien, thank you for your contributions.
Thank you for keeping us grounded.
Big baller, big point right here. We did hear that in yesterday's practice. Sam Roush had 3 touchdown catches, which tells you, oh my God, this 13 personnel. He's trusting, and by him catching these touchdowns, he's gaining trust with Ben. Number 1, he's a weapon in the red zone. That's what that tells me. Number 2, he's got great hands. That's also what that tells me. And then with those things, Ben's going to go, okay, kiddo, when I want to call your number and we're in the red zone during week 1, week 2, whatever week we're in the season, I'm going to call your number.
Mm-hmm. We'll throw him and Loveland out there, use Loveland as a decoy, though Loveland will probably still get the ball anyway because he's going to be wide open and mismatched on somebody. But, hey.
Yeah. Oh, man. Awesome. Larry Borum could be their starting right tackle, which bodes well for Austin Booker.
Yeah. Coach Chad. Taking notes shirtless. Film breakdowns while making dinner.
They have more subscribers than we do, Chad, so take those notes. Yes.
Yes.
Shirtless, making dinner, film breakdown with Coach Chad.
Yes. Late night film breakdown with Coach Chad. Rawr.
And then, fam, he's only in year 3. Relax. There's that, too. Isn't that a thing, too? This is his 3rd season. The 2nd with Ben Johnson. Mm-hmm. Let's just calm down. Calm down. Oh, God. Learn. Get him, boy. Sick him. Yeah, Sam Roush is an absolute unit. He's our biggest tight end. He's got like 20 pounds on our other tight ends.
Yeah, and Cole Kmet's no small dude now. No. Yeah, he literally, like when we saw the lineup of the rookies, that dude literally looked like a defensive end.
Yes.
Kind of wish he did play defensive end.
Gibbs is a bad blocker. I love seeing the jealousy. Okay, so then he holds his own blocking. They're in shambles. The Bears hate is real. It is.
It's the old adage, man. They hate us because they ain't us, right?
Well, and there's also, too, I think there's an element of you wouldn't want to fathom the Bears being like some juggernaut or moving in this, I don't know, high-scoring direction because, there are rivals. They don't want to see that. They don't want the Bears to come in and put a 50-burger up on them when they've gotten so used and accustomed to just, when you look at the schedule that year, you just chalk those up as wins, And now, again, it looks like the tide's kind of shifting a little bit, and now it doesn't look like it's going to be so easy. So it's problematic for divisional rivals to handle that. But
yeah,
where are you at on the chat? Are you?
This is a great one. I suffered for almost 40 years as a Bears fan. If I can let go of the PTSD So can Damian.
See, Damian, let True Pilgrim be your example.
Yes.
If he could do it, anyone could do it. Well, us included. Wedge and I, too. Same thing. 40-plus years as Bears fans. Of the same revolving door of coaches and quarterbacks and just fuckery at year in and year out. Like, but can you not see it? Are me and Wedge and a handful of guys in the chat the only ones who can see it? It's changing. This isn't the same abusive relationship. We found ourselves a good man.
Justin Fields never 58% completion in his career, by the way.
See,
has Justin Fields ever won 11 games in a season?
Jimmy's making the point for me. Thank you, Jimmy.
Grasping at straws, man. I love it. It's a good time.
Go ahead, Wedge.
Good time this morning. Detroit last 4 years versus Bears 7-1. Don, did you make the playoffs last year? No. Do you and your team suck? Yes. Blow off. Did Caleb beat the Lions? Not yet. Our run game is more effective than the Detroit, especially now minus Monty.
Yeah, we'll see how Pacheco does with them.
Mm-hmm. Who cares if Caleb beat the Lions? Didn't mean shit, you sucker-ass Lions. Watch the playoffs, even though we gave them a 2-game head start.
So that is odd, right? That's a valid point. I don't usually make that argument just because the head-to-head matchups. Yes, Detroit beat us twice last season, but we won the division and we made it to the playoffs and you didn't. But we'll give you that one. Okay, fine. Yeah, we didn't beat you last year.
Ricky checking in. Good morning, guys. FGB. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thanks for joining.
Tua, Kyler Murray, and Fields never 58% completion. Tua's made the playoffs. Have the other two made the playoffs before? Kyler Murray ever make the playoffs? Tua, I remember Tua getting knocked out by the Chiefs in that cold game. Blake Miller is the starting tackle over there. Okay. Jake Grizz is like, maybe we should just run the T formation with all these great tight ends on the goal line. What do you think 13 personnel is, man? Isn't that all evolved? And maybe Coach Chad can tell me if I'm way off of left field. Isn't 13 personnel basically a hybrid wing T formation?
So I'm waiting for Chad to answer that. My thing would be when we're on goal line, that's when Coach Ben's going to bring out the 14 personnel.
Yes. Hey, don't forget Darnell Wright could catch too.
He sure can.
Mm-hmm.
Like an angel.
Like a unicorn wearing a ballerina.
Yes.
Freaking thing.
In the air, 360-degree, one-armed catch without tearing his ACL. He's a unicorn.
Don Bruce says we overpaid for Wright.
I don't know about that.
No.
I mean, did he reset the market? He did, but he's an all-pro. Okay, second team all-pro. So, and he's only getting better. So that's the thing too. It's not like he's hit his plateau. He's still getting better. I don't think we overpaid. It's kind of just what you do when your guy's an all-pro and he's up for a contract. You always got to keep up with what the market is doing. So,
Caleb and Austin Booker got into it. I haven't heard this. Is this a playoff of Kirk Cousins and Max Crosby?
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Toffers. He's patiently waiting.
Van Den Berg.
Van Den Berg.
We can do that. We can do it.
I think we should finish up on Rome here. So we got kind of sidetracked here. Most comebacks in the NFL history for a single season. Fuck out of here, Alpha. 41st season for me, fellas. The next 40, okay, hopefully 20 will be different because of Ben. Hallelujah. Jordan Van Den Berg gets in fights. Nobody slams a guy. No suspension.
Let me pop Coach Chat's comment. He answered.
See?
Yeah, the wing T and 13 personnel can be aligned / used together. Yeah. Thank you, Coach.
When I was when we were talking about the 13 personnel and stuff, I all of a sudden the light bulb came on. But I've seen this before, man. The only difference is that the two aren't sitting behind the outside edge. They're actually on the line of scrimmage. So trying to get caught up here. It's all about the W, Donna Bum. We have a point. Clearly forget what's important. Winning.
W's. That's the most important stat.
Man, this is fun. It's cool that the Lions aren't completely irrelevant yet. After next year, even Don's silly ass won't be a good sparring partner. How bad would it be if McCarthy gets traded to another team and takes them to the playoffs? You're talking about the Steelers, right? Mike McCarthy? Is that what we're talking about?
JJ.
Oh, JJ McCarthy? Okay. I will, yeah. Is JJ McCarthy a year or two away from not being in the league anymore?
If this scenario plays out.
Yes.
The Vikings give up on him, trade him, he'll go to another team. Who knows? It probably ain't going to be a great team, and he's going to have to fight for his life. He's going to be like Justin Fields. He's going to have the same career as Justin Fields.
So, yeah. So you're saying his next stop is the Jets? Is that what we're saying?
The Jets or Pittsburgh. Because Pittsburgh's going to be looking for a quarterback after the season.
This is interesting. Heard someone say McCarthy is like Atlanta's and Brett Favre. Okay.
Like Atlanta, Brett Favre.
Like once he gets traded, he's going to become this Hall of Famer? Man, I don't know.
And Brett Favre's stint in Atlanta was very brief, right? He got drafted to Atlanta. Before you knew it, he was a Packer.
Yeah, I don't know. Don, you keep talking about the past, which is done and gone. You also talk about non-points. Wright overpaid. Penny is now a left tackle, which makes Wright the top right tackle, according to your logic with the pass.
You got to stop living in the past, man.
Colston Loveland's going to terrorize the league. Gold jacket is in his future.
Love it, baller. Love it.
Yeah, I can see it, man. The trajectory is, yeah. Yep. So, Romy. You think if Romy stays healthy, you think 1,000-yard receiver?
Oh, gosh, yeah. Yep. Even with the fact that the ball's going to be spread around all over the place, he's still going to end up with 1,000 yards. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you look at the chemistry that those guys had last year coming out, their draft mates. We talked about that. I think the sky's the limit for Rome. If he stays healthy, you have Luther Burton on the other side, and you have Colston running down the middle, which probably means Rome's going to get a few more one-on-one looks. I'm going to be curious to see how they're going to utilize him. Is it going to be just like the first 5 games last year? To be determined, I guess. We'll see. But I think Rome's got a big season loading up, man. A lot of people are down on him for the foot and the comments that he said, but I could see him picking up where he left off in the beginning of that season last year, for sure.
And I would say a shot side better because he's bulked up some, But you know that he's worked on his contested catching. And so, because that was a thing too, he dropped a lot of balls last year or whatever, especially contested balls. But from what we've seen through training camp so far, he's caught a lot of contested balls. He actually even looks a bit stronger. There was this highlight of him extending, catching the ball, and they were in full pads, and somebody came up to tackle him, right? And they were trying to wrap up his legs. He powered through that. Kept his balance, used his hand a little bit to keep himself up, but kept right on moving. It was like, wait a minute. I don't remember Rome doing that last year.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, you saw some of his workouts in the offseason, and for sure, I think that's one of the things that he had told himself he had to bulk up. You look at a lot of the pass catchers, man. Loveland was one of those guys as well that thought he needed to bulk up in addition to kind of take his game to the next level. And those guys are going to see the benefits of that this year, man. Hopefully it keeps them on the field longer, keeps them healthy. So I'm excited to see what happens. I think having two primary wide receivers will probably boost these guys' stats. Last year they had three really good wide receivers, two really good tight ends. So we've talked about it before. There's a ton of balls that are going to be up for grabs. Let's see who's going to get them. So I don't know if you're going to see like a Puka Nacua type of season where somebody's catching 130 balls for 1,500 yards type of thing. I don't know if you could quite do that with this offense with as many weapons as they have. And you look at the distribution that they had last year, I still see it getting spread around this year as well.
For sure. You guys are pooping in the chat right now. Pooping. Love it.
Colson's the best tight end in the league. Yep, for sure.
He's definitely getting there. He's definitely making a name for himself.
Yep. Damien, leave the past in the past. Okay, just one question. When was the last time we had an MVP QB swept the division and won a Super Bowl? But I'm supposed to leave the past in the past.
Yeah.
Got to keep chipping away, man.
You got to keep working on Damien. We're not going to give up on you, buddy.
Yep.
We're not going to give up on you. It's a matter of like, don't let the past tell you what your eyes are seeing now is a lie. There. You see Ben's, what he's done to the organization. He's completely shifted the mentality at Halas Hall, both from upper management and the players and his coaches. Then the play on the field with a stud tight end who is emerging as a superstar in this league, a quarterback who is also emerging. He's still growing. Lots of room for improvement. We're not saying Caleb's perfect, but like, you don't see these things unraveling. You don't want to be that kid in the corner just like this. And you're waiting until an undefeated season with a Super Bowl and him being the MVP, and you're waiting for all those boxes to be checked. Don't do that. You're missing out. You're missing out on the good time we're all having. Come on, Damien.
You could join in, man. It's all good. Just, let it go a little bit, man. It's okay to speculate and, have a little fun and be fanatical about your team.
Yeah. and I keep doodling around with my background because apparently it's partly cloudy outside, and my room keeps getting bright, and then it gets dark, and then it gets bright, and then it gets dark. It's fucking with my green screen. Anyways, I want to run something past you guys real quick before we get into Van Den Berg, because that's who we're talking about next. He's turning a lot of heads at spring training, but something popped up on my Twitter feed that I find interesting, and I want to know your guys' opinion on this one. So let me pull this up really quick. These are more at the rivalry uniforms that we know we're going to sport on Christmas Day against the Packers. Somebody's got another rendition, if you will, of it, and let me know You guys love it? You hate it? I don't hate it.
I'd be all for these unis. If this what came out compared to the low expectations that I have, I would be thrilled. I do find it kind of funny that they put the C on Rome's chest, though.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Rome's not getting a C on his jersey.
Yeah. But I'm digging the 4 stars for Chicago, across the helmet, across the sleeve. Like,
Yeah.
I'm down for that. The helmet, I'm in for that. Like,
Yeah.
put me down. The numbers, maybe, if you want to spice it up a little bit, maybe outline the number in orange, kind of like the bear logo on the helmet. And I would be all for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate it. From one of the mocks that we saw a couple months back with where it looked creamsicle,
Oh,
I just, at that point, that set the bar so low for me that I was like, basically anything will beat that uniform.
Mhm.
So when I see this, again, I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. It's white, all white, which I want. And then it's got navy trim. Cool. The accents of, like you said, the stars from our city's flag. Love that as well. So I'm good with this.
Yes. If this were the unis, yeah, I would be all for it. Great. Let's do it. The cold front. Perfect.
Grizz agrees. I love this uni. Even Noah. I like the uniform. All right. So that was it. That's what we got. I'm sure it's not real. Somebody just, it's a fan-made thing, and they post it on Twitter. It makes its rounds.
I think Big Baller kind of says it best here, too, man. Seattle's secret sauce was team mentality and playing for each other. The Bears got that sauce as well.
Yeah.
I wish we had their defensive line, too. Just throwing that out there. But it's the whole team camaraderie thing, right? You kind of see it in Hard Knocks. Seattle's going on it this year, but it's a group of guys that rallied together. And if there's one thing that we know or that we've seen from last season is that Ben has complete control over this locker room. Like, if you're a distraction, you are not going to be on this team. If you are not bought into what this team is going to be doing, you're not on this team. Right? It's just straightforward here, man. Going to talk us some White Rhino here.
That's it. Big talk coming out of camp with this kid.
Mm-hmm.
At first, we were talking about all his measurables, his RAS scores and his get off, and even comparing his get off to Big Dex's get off. And you're like, oh, God, this kid's got get off. That's great. And you don't really know anything until they put the pads on. This kid's tossing people. Tossing them, body slamming them, getting into fights after it. He's really making a splash, and he's even taking reps with the ones.
Yeah. 6th round pick. And I think, was it Real Joseph that said it before? Thank you for not inviting him to the combine so that we can find somebody like this in the 6th round. This screams, a late round pick by polls. The RAS score was off the chart. He's an athlete. And then bring him in, see what he could do. Barelissimo broke him down on some of his tape on his show. You saw what he did in college. He's a penetration type of guy that gets into the backfield, can be disruptive. He's strong as an ox or a rhino, whatever you want to, say for him. And he's starting to make a little bit of noise, man.
Yeah, I mean, and how can he not? He's walked into a situation where interior defensive lineman is a huge vacancy in my eyes. And I know probably with the coaches as well. This is a perfect opportunity for somebody with this kid's specs to make a name for himself and get in here. Like, we're talking maybe not starter, because they're probably going to give Dex and Grady Jarrett the start there, but this kid's going to be right there in rotation. So, they'll get a few downs. Boom, he comes in for a few downs. Then the starters go back in. Until he starts making enough noise in the real games, he could take Big Dex's starting job. He will be the starter by week 7 or 8.
So let's say that scenario plays out, and I'd be curious to see what the chat would say about this as well. If Van Den Berg does become the starter, is Dexter now one of those guys that you look to move at the trade deadline?
Oh, that's an awesome question. Because, yeah, he could be. I mean, because you think about the other depth that they've signed. K Street, who's
Gallimore.
the guy? Gallimore, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
With him, too. And then Grady Jarrett, he's not going anywhere. Nobody's going to trade for him. But you might be able to get a 5th round for Jervon, and you just send him packing. We're good. It's been swell.
Mm-hmm.
Get an extra 5th round pick for him. Yeah, I think so.
Could you get a 4th round for somebody who's a young interior defensive tackle? He had 6 sacks last year. Yeah. So some of these guys will look at the stat sheet and say, okay, he's increased in sacks over the last couple of years. I think he had 4 as rookie, 5.5 the year after, then 6 last year. Does somebody look at that and say, you know what, that's worth a 4th rounder? Barlissimo says it here. He's better than Dexter now. And yes, he would take any round 4th or upwards for the offer for him. I mean, that could be something that we're taking a look at. Yeah. Do we see anybody else possibly getting tossed up on the trade block? I think we talked about TJ Edwards before.
Yes.
As a possibility, he's getting a little bit longer in the tooth. I'm starting to back off of that a little bit, just kind of from what we've been seeing in camp. I think linebacker might be a position where they need to hold on to a little bit more of their depth. But Van Den Berg, it seems like one of the things I was a little bit worried about him. Yeah, he was a huge athlete and everything, but we just didn't know his temperament, right? We weren't sure if he was going to be that aggressive alpha, but from what we've been seeing, him slamming the vanilla gorilla and everything else, maybe he's got that nasty streak in him. Maybe playing next to a Grady Jarrett, somebody that can mentor him, will turn him into a long-term solution, or somebody that will be on this team for a while, or a really good rotational piece for us this year. This is one of the guys that I'm looking forward to seeing the most in preseason. Like, I will be watching specifically for 96 out there during these first couple games. And I'm thinking we're going to see a lot of them in that first preseason game against the Browns.
I think you're 100% correct. We're going to see him a lot in the preseason games, and I'm definitely interested to see with my own eyes, instead of hearing it secondhand, his motor. Because we keep hearing about this, right? He has all the specs. Again, you and Barlissimo both say he plays with low pads. He's strong, his get off. But apparently, after the snap, he's got an extremely high motor.
Yeah.
And that matters, right? That extra 10% of effort that he's going to give, I think it bodes very well for his future in this town, and being a starter, maybe sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I mean, we know he's strong. He had like the second highest reps in the bench in the draft last year. If he continues to improve as a pass rusher and is one of those guys that could get interior pressure, you'll talk to most quarterbacks. Any pressure coming up the gut in the pocket like that is worse than the edge pressure. Edge pressure, you can step up, step out. But if there's nowhere to step when those edges are coming off, it's that pocket's collapsing in your lap. Quarterbacks hate that. That's what throws them off. That's what causes them to make poor throws. So this could be a huge addition, one of those sneaky good late round picks. It does make me a little nervous when we're talking about a late round pick like this, that he has to kind of come through, or we're making him out to possibly be a savior of this defense. I think it's a little bit more than that, but it can't hurt to get somebody like this. It's going to be something that we haven't had in Chicago for maybe since Akeem Hicks.
Yeah. That's been the last time we've had a good staple in the interior there. A Big Baller says that Dexter said he is playing for the Bears and every other team. That is 8 players on our defense doing this. He didn't say. So Dexter said it, but so did Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been saying this the whole time as well. These guys who are wanting to put good football on tape aren't necessarily, they're not just doing it to stay on the Bears. You have to put good shit on tape that if the Bears cut you, another team will sign you. And that's just the reality of what the Bears defense is right now.
Yeah. I don't think there's any way in hell that Dexter would get cut, but to his point, he's got to put good stuff on tape.
Yeah.
It's an all or nothing for him, man. It's either a sack or nothing. I don't know. I agree. I just think the motivation, the motor, like you were talking about with Van Den Berg, it's just not there with him, man. So,
like Jimmy said, I love that y'all think your pass rushers are worth trading for. You never know, okay? You got to think about the league in its entirety, Jimmy. If we put Big Dex on a trading block, don't tell me there's not going to be some teams out there that are going to make a call.
I mean, he had 6 sacks last year.
Right.
As an interior lineman.
We're not saying we're going to get a first rounder for him.
Yeah.
We said 4th round, 5th round, somewhere in there. Somebody out there somebody out there looking for an interior defensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of upgrade.
Yeah. He barely he plays low, fast, and violent, man. Violent hands, very active hands. So yeah, man, I'm all for it, man. I want to see this cat play against competition. I mean, if he's coming out like gangbusters, I'm not foolish enough to say, hey, this is the next Aaron Donald, because he's going against 2nd and 3rd string offensive linemen. But it does give him a chance to where he will have the opportunity to go against ones in one of the other preseason games, so we could see what he could do, and then be able to move up the depth chart, man.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, nice fierce debate going on in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm letting y'all handle that.
Letting y'all handle your biz. Yep. Mm-hmm. Real's coming in, and he's he's made a few friends in here, especially with learning them, man. Big Baller. Van Den Berg might be great in Madden next year. Unblockable, man. Even Aaron Rodgers. Oof. Yeah, it's going in there. Just kind of trying to work through this here. Yeah, there is a good one going, man. These guys are beating each other up, man. It's great. So
yeah, you guys are bringing the fire this morning. You guys are hot.
Mm-hmm.
You know football season's ramping up when the boys are getting all fucking rattled in the chat.
Yeah. Woo wee. So we just can't keep up with that feud on here. So you guys have at it, man. So we're gonna go through. We'll pick out the takes coming out of there. So
yeah.
What's your concern level with speaking of the defensive line with Montez Sweat? We haven't seen him.
It's been a few days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably one of the things you alluded to earlier at the top of the show, is that it's probably just, minor little bumps and bruises. Give the guy a few days off. It gives the coaches a better opportunity to look at our depth. It's Montez Sweat. We already know what you can do.
Yeah.
We don't need you out there right now. Let the young guys get in there and get their pads fucking rattled a little bit. He'll be back. I'm not worried about Montez. And also, too, if it was serious by now, we probably would have heard something. I'm just waiting on this Luther Burden thing. But for Montez, I ain't too worried. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you as well, man. If it was serious, we'd know. It's probably like a rolled ankle or his foot got stomped and, something like that. But I'm not too worried about him. I do like what we're hearing about Austin Booker coming out of camp as well. It seems like he's playing a lot stronger, a lot tougher at the point of attack. So I'm glad to hear that. So it sounds like some of that offseason training has really come through and shown up for him with the pads. So that's encouraging to see. If I'm Dio Dangbo, man, I'm thinking I'm a little bit nervous because I don't think I'm in that starting rotation at this point. No. Yes, I'm the first piece in the rotation, but I might be seeing a lot more time at D tackle.
You're correct. Yeah. That's a great insight too, because I think you might have mentioned it a while back too about DA liking to run some NASCAR package where, you throw Dio in the interior there and, and that's fine with, I actually probably think he might be better served there than the outside.
Speaking of pass rushers, Steve's got a question here. Okay, let's have some fun. Who in the NFC North will have the most sacks?
Oh, come on.
Team and player.
Come on. All right.
I'm going to go Aiden Hutchinson.
So that's okay. When it comes to player, it's going to be Aiden Hutchinson and Micah Parsons. Period.
Aiden Hutchinson will have a 5-game head start on him.
Oh shit!
Because
right.
Micah's out for, so
that's right.
It'll be double digit. Do I want to say anybody else? No, I don't think I do.
But then what team though?
Well, he's from the Lions, so.
So you're going to say the Lions as a whole, as a group,
as a whole.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
Because with that, I'm going to have to concede to Green Bay and be like, fuck, it's probably going to be the Packers as a team with the most sacks, but individual. Yeah, I forgot about the head start, Aiden Hutchinson. Well, you know what? Yeah. Aiden Hutchinson's known to miss some games during the season, too.
Yeah, he had a broken leg, man. Even though he's on the Lions, I'm an Aiden Hutchinson fan. He's a Michigan guy. Yeah, that's one of those guys that I really wish that you could have drafted. I was a fan of him in college. The dude's just talk about motor. When you're talking about motors on DNs, my goodness, man.
Barlissimo throws his hat in the ring.
35 sacks.
I love 35 sacks. What's the problem? I love it. That was a good question, Jimmy. That was a good one. Mm-hmm. Just to make his point, because we didn't even mention the Bears' name in any of that breakdown. No Bears' names in that question, so good question, Jimmy.
Now, would it be a huge win for the Bears if we have 2 in double digits? That means to me that Austin Booker took a huge step forward.
Yes.
And Montez Sweat remained, who he is. They better have more than what I think they had 35 sacks as a team last year. It's got to be more than that.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, let's, everybody's saying, well, it's tough to replicate turnovers. It is. But we have a coach that has a proven track record with it. But one way that you could counteract some of those turnovers from year to year, or replace them, I should say, would be getting pressure on the QB. Sacks, right?
Right. Yeah. Is this to us? Steve, I never hear you guys chirp or say anything about the Vikings. It's all Packers and Lions. Or are you talking to your fellow chat mates out there? We do. We talk Vikings. I mean, I've already said that they probably have. You want to talk about wide receiving cores? They got the best one in the division.
Yeah.
Well, right up there. Well, the Lions is pretty good too, but the Vikings' problem is going to be, do they have a quarterback who's going to be able to feed them boys? That's the question for the Vikings. And I don't think I know enough about their defense other than their secondary is pretty sus, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the areas that they were looking to upgrade in the draft, which they didn't, because we all thought that Thieneman was going to get drafted by the Vikings as well. But the Vikings also moved a lot of pieces off of their defense, DNs and tackles, and replaced them with younger talent. So I think they're hoping to get a little bit better with youth. So that's going to be an interesting team to watch. I think that they might be a few years away from returning to the defensive dominance that they had. I'm sure it's still going to be pretty good because it's a Florio-led defense. I see it down there. Jay Grizz checking in, putting points on the board early and often will lead to other teams becoming one-dimensional offensively and have to strictly pass to keep up with the Bears. That can lead to turnovers and sacks as well. Yep. Barelissimo, the motivated Dio, was 17 total tackles on the year.
Pause.
I was like, wait a minute. You got me there, Barelissimo. You got me. Hope Adebo lives up to the potential as a top pick in the NFL draft and wins the left tackle spot.
Yeah,
Jedrick Wills,
yeah, because that's a thing, right? That came out of camp too. Austin Booker putting hands on Braxton and eating him up. And Braxton actually, did you hear this too? So Braxton was taking reps against Austin Booker, and he fucking got pissed off. Like, he ripped his own helmet off, and they said he looked hella frustrated because Austin Booker was fucking schooling his ass. And it's like, yeah, I knew it. I said, wait till we get pads on. I know they gave Braxton reps with the ones all through unpadded practices, but I said, wait until those pads come on. And now you're going to see that depth chart fluctuate a whole bunch.
Yeah. I don't think we're seeing Theo over at the left tackle in camp, just for the simple fact that the Bears have a very good idea what Theo represents over at the left tackle because he made starts for them last year.
Right.
So they really want to see what they have with Braxton and Jedrick.
Yeah.
And lately when Braxton went out, Wills was getting the first team reps with it. Man, I really want to see this guy start rounding into form and filling out the potential that he had when he was drafted. And with Rochard, we're going to see the best version of Wills. Now, is that best version still good enough to be an above average starting left tackle in the NFL? To be determined. Vinny's pointing out that Booker only had 4.5 sacks. Yep. He also only played half the season, if that. So, if we had Slimbo in here, he would throw up the stat line for you. But based off of the projections, he could be a double-digit sack guy. You got to go out there and do it, man. So,
you got to be out there on the field. But from what he's shown us when he's on the field, it's good. It's just got to be – if he's on the field and he stays healthy all season, he'll get double-digit sacks. That'll change.
Jimmy Hoffa must have some of the Packers stock hanging on his wall because he's got a lot of ownership with my safeties and linebackers. So he must be an owner.
That's just a fan in him.
This is interesting. Viking fans hate Kevin O'Connell. What are your thoughts on him?
It's the same thing I think about Packers fans who hate Matt LaFleur. I go, what are you, out of your mind? He's a good coach.
Yeah.
The problem isn't the coach. The bottleneck is the quarterback play, not the coach.
I can't even with this anymore. I'm done with this.
But he's still injured, right? Okay.
Yeah, he's been injured for 2 fucking days, Vinny. In fucking preseason. How many games did he miss last year? 0, right? I can't anymore. Vinny, I'm done. I'm done, bro. I fucking can't do it anymore. Sweat only got 10 sacks because he played a lot, over 900 snaps. He's 101 out of 129 at true pass rush pressure rate. Try to say that 3 times fast. So
that's a bit of a tongue twister there.
Yeah, too many P's and R's there for me. Too early to be trying to say that shit. So
pass pressure rate.
Yeah.
Dang on football, man.
You do need to say that with a twang, a little bit easier to roll those R's off your tongue. Sweat gets a lot of cleanup sacks. I agree with you, Baller, man. Like, Montez's 10 sacks last year were probably the quietest 10 sacks that we've seen.
Yeah. You know, when you think about that, right, and you say 10 sacks, well, it's not horrible. Like, no, it's not horrible, but what we're paying him to do, the production isn't there in other ways. Pressuring the quarterback, hurries, quarterback hits, things like that.
Yeah,
it's just these not. I'm very critical of Sweat. I think we haven't seen what we paid for from him the whole time. When we traded for him halfway through the season, when we got him, that's the version of Montez Sweat I thought we were going to see every year, and it's been far from that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether you say injuries and all these other things, maybe he had a bunion on his toe or something holding him up. I don't know what, but the production hasn't been there, and I haven't been too happy with him, which is why he's one of my candidates. If he has a shitty year this year, just let him go. Just cut him. The dead cap hits like 4 or 5 mil. Just see you later, man.
Yeah, the thing is, though, like, who do you have to replace him?
I don't care. Just we're going to have
we'll figure it out, huh?
We'll have $90+ million opened up to buy a whole new defensive line. Mm-hmm. Make it happen.
So 4.5 sacks in 7 games in the regular season. We're barely almost talking about Booker. Yeah, so if you extrapolate that out, 4, 8, 9, it's about 10 sacks, right? So with Booker, he's got to be healthy for the whole year. And like Big Baller said, the eyeball test says Booker is going to be good, man. We saw the trajectory, right? This is what the offseason is for. We base a lot of what we expect off of the trajectory of what we saw last year, from year 1 to year 2 to year 3, right? What have they done in the offseason? That's why people, I don't know, they think we're crazy for thinking that Caleb's going to go over 4,000 yards. Damian, I'm looking at you. Look at the trajectory. And he threw for 3,500 and some change first year, 39 and some change the second year. The big difference is that he's in the same offensive system from year 2 to 3, which now gives you a trajectory point where this year, first year's here, second year's here. Is it odd to think that the third year is going to go up a little bit more? I don't think so.
Right.
It's speculation. This is what we get to do. Honestly, I don't think Caleb Williams is going to need all 17 games to hit 4,000 yards. I just don't.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Time will tell.
Yes. Thank you. Real Joseph gets it, man. The trend these haters forget, Luther and Colston were arguably top pass catchers the last half of the season. Booker played half of the season and is trending up. It's based off of trends.
That's all it is. Trends.
That's why let me put it into Packer fan talk for you guys.
Here we go.
This is why Christian Watson has gotten $100 million. Because when he's out there, he was trending upwards. His best pass catching season was what? 620 yards?
Yep.
They didn't pay him because he caught 620 yards in his career as a career high. They're paying him because he was trending upwards.
There you go.
And just now you know, Packers fans, this is how this goes. You do it too. Hell, your team just did it. So,
yeah, I believe I saw a comment earlier that asked about our thoughts on speaking of trends. Jordan Love maybe being in the MVP conversation this season. Yeah, we're basing that off of what? Trends. What you think he's going to do. Even though he's been trending down, we're going to talk about him as an MVP quarterback. Yeah, let's do that.
If you look at the trends, you're absolutely right. Using yardage as the key factor, he has not thrown over 4,000 yards since his first full year as a starter. Right. So you look at trends. That's what trends are there for. Now, sometimes you can throw history out of the window, especially with younger players. But for most cases, trends give you something in which you could base on what people are going to be doing in the future. I get it, man. It's fandom, right? That's the beauty of football. That's why we're fans. We get to make up whatever we want to say about our teams because we're passionate about those teams.
Well, I mean, and GMs too. Pay attention to what teams do. They're GMs. Going back to the Watson thing, Jimmy Hoffa says trending. Watson's always been a threat. At 620 yards, his best season, that's a threat. But they paid him, though, because of the trend or the fact or what you said, Jimmy. He's always been a threat. Okay, but at 620 yards, when you just look at the stats, you're like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Was he hurt? He was hurt, right? So
yeah, he's hurt all the time.
But when he's on the field, okay, he's a threat. So those projections and the trends made them make the financial decision to break him off and give him a bag.
Yeah. Question. I know it's early.
Okay.
Damien, I like this question.
Okay, that's a good one.
I know it's early, but Bijan breaking the market, do y'all see Swift or Monangai getting that kind of money? No. Short answer is no.
Yeah.
They're just not as impactful as those guys are. Now, together they're a complete back, but it's not the full package in all these guys, right? The other thing is Swift, he's starting to get a little bit older. So he's starting to approach that magical 30 mark. As I'll let you take over, because now I'm curious how old Swift is.
28.
So yeah, 2 years away from that magical 30 mark, right? Which is the unofficial line for running backs where you start seeing the decline. Benungai, unless he can improve his ability out of the backfield, I think that's one area where he needs to improve a lot. And I know he worked on that in the offseason. Could I see Benungai getting 7 to 8 million in the future? Maybe 10, possibly. Swift is what, around, then they signed him for around 10 million a year. So I think that's the peak for Swift on there. I think going forward, he's not going to see another contract like that, quite honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But he was very durable for the Bears last year. He missed that one game, and I'm guessing he probably could have gone that game with the groin. It's just, it was cold, it was rainy. They probably did that out of abundance of caution. So. Sorry, man. I'm trying to find.
Are you reading through the chats?
Yeah, trying to find non-hate chats here. So, I think while one of us is talking, the other one will need to go through. You going through the chats too?
I am too, because I'm trying to keep up with the debates going on in there, but then trying to find comments that we could actually talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Swift is a little bit older than Gibbs and Bijan. Those guys, for Gibbs and Bijan, they came out the same year in the draft, and that's their second contract, man. So that's the contract that sets them up for life. So, Barrelissimo, Swift impressed me last year. He was probably one of the most consistent weapons that the Bears had last year.
Yeah.
Even though we saw the big splashes from Loveland and Colston Burden started breaking out at the end of the year, Swift was there all year long.
Yeah.
So
probably definitely had to be a candidate for like most improved Bears player.
Yeah, maybe.
Because just what he saw us the years prior, I was like, oh, this dude's milk toast. Always wanting to bounce it to the outside and not running aggressive. He didn't look like the same running back that he was in Detroit or Philly the year he spent with them. But with Ben Johnson and Eric Bieniemy whooped that running back room into shape, Swift was like he just...
Mm-hmm. So this has been a pretty interesting take for me. And I get kind of where some people might think this. This year I'll be watching Minnesota. I think they're going to win 11 games.
Yeah.
So I think this is based off of the fact that last year they had 0 quarterback play and they won 9 games. But, man, there's a lot of people putting a lot of faith in Kyler Murray that I just don't know belongs there. Possibly. He had a damn near MVP season in the past. Mm-hmm. But then he's also...
long time ago.
Yeah, he also got benched for Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
Maybe he didn't come back from an injury, but it's like this is the biggest question mark for me, I think, in the division on all the teams is what type of quarterback play will the Vikings get out of Kyler Murray, right? I think we know what you're going to get out of McCarthy. Yes, I do think the kid can improve. I don't know if he's going to get that chance with the Vikings, but what could Kyler Murray do? And is Kyler Murray going to stay healthy for the season? I don't think he's made it through a whole season in 2-3 years now?
Yeah. Yep. That's my whole thing with when it comes to the Vikings. They can be a very dangerous team. It's just solely rests on quarterback play.
Yeah.
If Kyler Murray balls out, Vikings could get those 11 games, no doubt. No doubt. But if it's the Kyler Murray that doesn't watch tape and is playing too much Call of Duty and his head's not in the game, and I guess, health too, Wedge brings up health too, if, he gets injured and can't be on the field, well then. But otherwise, dude, he has balled out, like you said. MVP type of season in the past. He's quick. He's mobile. He can also make really goofy throws outside the pocket and create after the play breaks down. So the potential's there. It's just coaching, and is he going to take it seriously? I think he probably should take it seriously because this is probably his last stop. If it don't work in Minnesota, we ain't working nowhere else.
Yeah, most likely. Swift didn't do that well on the Lions. He started getting traction in 2023 when he was on the Eagles for the one season. Yeah, and Ben, I think they also lined up. That was the year that they got Jamari Gibbs, and they drafted him real high, so they must have loved him coming out in the draft. And obviously, he's been a good player for him. They just broke him off that $75 million contract extension. Damien down here saying the new Call of Duty's coming out soon, man. So Kyler will be just fine.
That's right.
He'll be locked in. Good to go.
Remastered Black Ops 1 and 2, man. I'm jamming on them fucking things.
Barrelissimo Vikings record. Get ready for this as its top level puns. 7-5-10. They're cute. 7-5 foot 10. They're QBs. No, Give me my content of the week trophy.
7 and 5, 10.
Yeah, the big ballers thinking Kyler Murray, he looks motivated and focused this year, man. He has the talent. So, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Caleb is the same size as Kyler Murray. Caleb's weighs a hell of a lot more, I think. Caleb's what, like 210, 215? Yeah, so.
Kyler Murray's 5'10", and Caleb is 6 foot. Some say 6'1". So yeah, pretty close.
Mm-hmm. But the big thing, that we've seen so far, you reading the Real Joseph one? The big thing so far that we've seen is that Caleb hasn't missed any games due to injury. The dude's been terrible as hell. Been sacked 90 times in 2 years.
Yeah. Shoot. Well, I kept my eyes on Twitter and YouTube, Chicago Bears YouTube. No press conference for us this morning, boys, while we're on the show. So I'm just going to say Luther Burden got hit in the nuts, hobbled off to the training room to ice his balls, and he's going to be just fine. Nothing wrong with Luther Burden, folks.
I see you guys duking it out in the chat, man. I love it. Love all the chats. Thank you guys for being so engaged. Hey, man, that's what the chat is there for, right? So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. Make sure to ding the bell where you can get the notifications on when we go live. A programming note. All right. We are now officially going to our in-season schedule starting next week. We still go live Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock Central, and we will be going live an hour earlier next Sunday, 9 a.m., boys. So set those alarm clocks. Do what you got to do. We got to start getting you guys into, regular season mode here, right? We're in training camp right now, so things are starting to get real. All right, we go at 9 o'clock. We go until 11 during the season so that we could get your pregame out, and we still have time to pregame ourselves. We get ready for that noon slate, and away we go, man. So you can get your meat on the grill. You can start your crock pots. You can do whatever you need to do to get ready for the noon slate of games.
That's right.
Don't forget, on Wednesdays, we will have a pick'em segment for these games, to where Ez and I will be picking winners of every game during the week. And one of you guys out of the chat will pick you as well to be our celebrity guest picker. And at the end of the season, it will be me and Ez versus you guys on the total pick'ems to see. We'll have a little 3-way competition, right?
Yes.
So make sure to tune in. Somebody always gets selected. We love to get the comments and opinions from everybody during these pick'ems, so we can kind of see where you guys are at as well. And we love the non-biased opinions. Hell, I would love to get maybe Don Burr's take one week on his pick'ems. So it'd be interesting to see maybe a Jimmy or see how they pick these teams. I'd love to hear me some Barrelissimo. So I'm looking to all you guys to help us out during the season for this to see how these games are going to shake out. So
Absolutely. And like Wedge mentioned, hit the like button. Let's see if we can't get this video up to 30 likes. There's 33 of you watching on YouTube right now. We're only at 17 likes. Come on. Close the chat just for 1 second. Hit the thumbs up and then come right back into the chat. We really do appreciate it. You guys coming out and hanging out the whole time. It's amazing. the chats. You guys were on one today. Boy, they got heated up. I could tell. Football season is upon us because during the off season, I think, we were kind of like looking at Lions fans, looking at Packers fans, trying to keep it chill. But the pads are on now, baby.
Yeah.
This chat was on fire today. You boys were going to town. There were some scuffles. There were some dust-ups out there in the chat today. You boys are on it.
The pads were popping in the chat. That's for sure. So.
Whew, it's been great. Great show. I don't know. Before we head on out of here, you guys, hit the like button before we leave. You guys have been great. We'll be back Wednesday, of course, unless something happens, something serious. There could be a Rome pop-up video that maybe could happen later today or tomorrow if we get some news on Luther, because Luther is my guy. If I got to come on solo and do a quick little pop-up pod about Luther Burden, I'm going to. But if news comes out that he just got hit in the nuts and he's fine, then there'll be no show. But you guys.
Noah's saying real quick there that he might have a hamstring and a groin injury.
Where did you get your Noah? I keep my eye on you sometimes, Noah. Sometimes you'll just jump on the first thing you hear on Twitter. I got to watch out. I got to keep my eye on Noah. Where did you hear that? I need to know right now. Put it in the chat. Where did you hear this?
I'm just scouring real quick to see if Don Bird, in case you're wondering, your backup QB just stepped away from the team. Teddy Bridgewater just announced he's stepping away. So
what?
Yeah. So I don't know who their third stringer is, but we'll find out. Doom scrolling. I still don't see anything official on Luther. So, but yeah, okay. So,
just breaking news for Lions fans. All right, you guys.
I hit the button since Noah said Watson's the number one receiver in the North. I don't think he said that.
Well, we'll take it. Thanks for thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you. Whatever excuse you need to hit the thumbs up, to hit the like button, do it. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. Look, we're about to hit overtime, and we don't get paid for this yet.
No.
You guys.
We're rounding into form because we got it. Boys, we like those new games.
So, you guys keep up with your teams. Let us know in the chat when you see us on Wednesday. Otherwise, until next time, guys.
Looks like Chicago sports. Okay.
What?
Let's turn it up for Big Mike. We still got to send him this song, by the way.
That's right. This is for you, Big Mike.
Put it on YouTube.